Despite what you're being told about investing, there's one small detail nobody seems to be talking about. Investing doesn't work. Not for you, me, or anybody else that doesn't want to work 40 to 50 years of their lives before they can start enjoying living. Let me explain. Most of the personal finance content we consume comes in two forms: get-rich-quick schemes or traditional retirement investing. Now here's my problem. Get-rich-quick schemes are often made of some miracle course in day trading, the next breakthrough crypto coin, or some repackaged digital pyramid scheme.
Exist inside Hustlers University. Become Hustlers University. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your brain.
If any of these strategies actually worked, why would people sell them instead of rinsing and repeating? But here's the thing. Getting rich quick isn't impossible. Getting rich easy is where the problem is. More on this later. Now on the other hand, you've got the sensible option. Retirement investing. This is where you save a tiny portion of your averagely low salary and investing it in relatively safe, averagely okay performing assets, in the hopes that retirement will come a number of years later and you'll be able to afford a holiday or a meal out from time to time. Now you can't deny that this works for some people, and this is the mainstream advice you'll get with most personal finance YouTubers. Invest into
stocks, shares, equities, retirement accounts, REITs,
real estate, gold,
and crypto,
and you'll create wealth. But wait, these guys are all fairly young, and they're all millionaires. Surely it must work, right? It worked for them. Well,
just because I got these results does not mean that you will.
Interestingly enough, none of the financial influencers became rich investing in the actual things they tell you to invest in. Take stocks for example. The likelihood of you having the skill and luck to pick the right companies to buy shares in and make a really good return is next to impossible. In fact, 90% of professional fund managers who do this for a job get outperformed in the stock market by something you and me have easy access to. The S&P 500, aka the golden child of financial advice. In short, this is a collection of the 500 most valuable companies in the US, and buying one share means buying a small piece of each and every single one of these companies. The S&P 500 can give you an average return of about 10% a year. So assuming you earn an average salary and invest a small portion of it every single month, you will become a millionaire in 40 years. Great. Yeah, but what about the other investment options? Well, gold is known to be a great store of value, but not necessarily a great creator of wealth. Property is expensive and realistically only grows about 5% a year on average here in the UK, unless you spend a considerable amount of time hunting for the very best areas, leveraging your money using banks, refurbishing, flipping, and so on. REITs, which are pretty much shares in property businesses, usually get you a lower or similar return to the S&P 500. Pensions have amazing tax benefits, but you can only benefit from that after a certain age. And then there's cryptocurrency, which is pretty much the equivalent of gambling. For now. And what do all of these investments have in common? They're all easy. They give you average returns because they don't require much work. They also give you the feeling that you're making progress towards your financial freedom. But what if you want to enjoy that financial freedom in your early years? Well, there's another way. The answer, my friend, is value. Let me explain. In 2011, a guy called Michael John Comstock, aka MJ DeMarco, wrote a book called The Millionaire Fast Lane. He argued in his book that people fall in one of three categories: the sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane. The sidewalk are the people that live paycheck to paycheck and will struggle financially all of their lives. The slow lane are the people that follow the mainstream advice. They study, they get a job, they work for 40 years of their lives, they invest in the stock market, they put their money into a pension and reap the rewards once they retire. And finally, there's the fast lane. This is DeMarco's blueprint for generating wealth early and getting control of your life. To achieve this, he stresses the importance of bringing value to others and firmly believes profits will follow. Story time. In May of 2006, a young Jeff Bezos was trying to transform the world's biggest online bookstore in the world's biggest everything store. He was adding new products and features to his website, which required hundreds of hours of coding, more computing power, and also made it crash a lot. To fix this, he started a business called AWS, or Amazon Web Services. This solved his problem, but what made him a lot of money was the fact that he made AWS available to other businesses that were struggling with the same thing. When Amazon used to ship their parcels with carriers like FedEx or UPS, their customers experienced very long delivery times. Bezos decided to build his own delivery service, bought a lot of warehouses and a lot of vans, and built the most complex supply chain system in the US. He then sold this service to other businesses that were also struggling with deliveries. A few years later, and AWS became the most profitable segment in Amazon, and by 2021, Amazon was delivering 22% of all the parcels in the US. You see, Jeff Bezos wasn't only adding value to his customers, customers, he was also adding value to his competitors. This is extremely rare in business. This value translated into so much more money than he could have ever made by keeping his innovations to himself. But it doesn't have to be as complicated as this. Let's go back to DeMarco's fast lane for a second. There are two main strategies here that can yield you a much better return than traditional investing, and can get you to financial freedom a lot faster: investing in yourself and starting a business. In both of these cases, you will add value to other people and you will be rewarded for doing so. So what do these types of investments have in common? They're not easy. Nothing good in life ever is. Investing in yourself could mean paying for a course or a degree to allow you to get a better job, which will inevitably yield you a better return than the stock market. But it could also mean investing time in learning a new skill or starting a side hustle to get you to your financial goals a lot faster. And there's a ton of free resources that you can take advantage of straight away. The second option is starting a business, or more. I personally run a property business that gets me a monthly income from the rent, extra income from the property going up in value, great tax benefits, the option to purchase valuable assets using the bank's money, and the cherry on top, I can pay someone a very small fee to manage it for me. I can leave that running in the background while I make money in my current job, and plan the next business that will generate money, like starting a YouTube channel. DeMarco also stresses the importance of scaling. You need to be able to continuously grow your business. If you're a private teacher in your spare time, you can only make money when you trade your time for it. Find ways in which you can put that on autopilot, like creating online courses that you can sell over and over again, which you only have to put together once. A successful business should be able to generate money without your involvement. This shouldn't just be a second job. The more people you impact with the value you create, the more money you will make. Now, if you're wondering what are the financial skills needed to execute on what we discussed, watch this video here about the basics of personal finance that schools didn't teach you. I'll see you in the next one.